On that note, are there any new technologies, any new installation techniques that you guys are looking to implement in 2026, new materials? What's the innovative stuff happening in the industry?
Material-wise, there's always new stuff coming. I think that's, it's incremental, the improvement there. I mean, our industry is probably no different than anybody else's, and that's looking at the ways that we can leverage things like automation and AI, mostly probably in our workflow and our processes in the office, and trying to figure out ways to be more efficient. A lot of our customers are big companies. They've got a lot of resources at their hands, and they're on the leading edge of technology. And so they expect their trade partners to be right there with them. And despite the fact that we're not that big a company, we've got to figure out ways that we can communicate with them in a time frame that they're expecting. And I think that's probably where we need to look in 2026.
Do you have a favorite type of flooring?
Oh, and how much time do we have? A favorite type of flooring? Mm-hmm. I got to say, I like rubber flooring.
Why?
Yeah, and I'm going to upset, our lino and people and our sheet vinyl. I'm sorry. I just like rubber flooring. I think it's more expensive, but and we're doing a school right now, the one I told you about. That's a rubber flooring job. I think it's just nicer underfoot. I like the aesthetic of it. And I don't know. I just think it's, call me weird. Call me crazy.
No, honestly, I think for someone who's in the flooring industry, you should have a preferred type of flooring.
Yeah, all right.
Probably a slightly controversial one.
Controversial. I mean, a controversial one would be like VCT, which is like what you see on the floors of Walmart. Like if I said to you, like, my favorite type of flooring is VCT, that's just not an acceptable answer.
Yeah, that might be like your favorite beer is Budweiser.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite beer? Did I just insult you?
I'm a Bud Light Lime guy, so
okay.
yeah.
So only slightly insulting.
Only slightly insulting. Yeah. I'm not actually a Bud Light Lime guy.
Oh my God, I don't actually drink, so I don't know anything about beers. I have no idea.
Yeah, okay.
That is so funny. Okay, sorry. Let me get back on track here with the actual questions we are supposed to talk about today.
Let's do it.
What are you doing in 2026 to help improve the experience for your clients and your customers? I know you briefly touched on AI to improve efficiency. Could you dive into that a little bit more?
Yeah, that for me is the big project in terms of working on our business that I'm going to plan to take on next year. And that is working through our processes, working through our workflow, and trying to understand how we can better get results for our customers. I mean, our strength is our people. We have this incredible team of incredible people that work really, really hard to get results for our customers. And so the goal for me is to really leverage automation and AI and this emerging technology to put them in a place to do even more and do even better for our customers. And so working through trying to map out exactly what our process looks like and understanding how we touch our customers. That doesn't sound good. I don't mean touch our customers. How we interact with our customers and what we're going to do to improve sort of their journey in dealing with us. That's a big project for the next year.
Okay. Lots of new things.
So many new things. Yeah.
Maybe even a background check or two in there.
Yeah, I apologize. We're not trying to touch anybody.
I appreciate you being a good sport.
Yeah, I'm trying to be transparent.
I'm going to ask you this question verbatim. If a developer or a GC is considering a long-term flooring partner for multiple projects in 2026, what's one thing that you would want them to know about your commitment to that kind of established relationship?
I would want them to know that the holistic value of the project is something that we think about a lot and try to understand how we create value for our developer and our general contractor partners. And what I mean by that is it's more than just the price on the quote that we give them at the beginning of the job. We're going to give you a quote that includes the full scope of work, the material, the labor, the logistics, the whole 9 yards. But we need to think about other things. So what impact does our scope slipping by 2 weeks or 3 weeks have on their schedule and their cost structure and them having to have people and equipment and everything like that on the job site longer than they anticipated? What impact does it have on our ability to work with them to try to create value in products or processes or systems that are going to tighten timelines, or maybe replace a product that can be replaced at a lower cost just based on the way it was specified or designed. And when we bring a partner mentality, when we try to think about a job, not just in the way that it impacts us, but the way that it sort of is holistically, what value does that create for them? And that would be the thing that'd be the basis of the conversation I'd want to have, and that'd be the thing that I'd want them to think about.
Thank you. Very succinct.
Oh, good.
I feel like you're a man who has thought many thoughts and clarified them before they come out of your mouth.
I suppose I try to think before I talk, yeah.
That's an excellent thing.
Is that a good quality to have?
Great quality to have.
All right, good. I'm glad to hear it.
Pivoting slightly back to 2025, what are you most proud about that your team has accomplished in 2025?
Oh, we've accomplished a lot in 2025. Yeah, I think more than anything, and it goes back to our team and our people, is we brought on 3-4 various individuals that joined our team over the last year and a bit. And it just adding to our team and adding to what we can offer to our clients and the services that we can provide, that's the thing that I'm most proud of. Every time we get to add another great person that reflects our values as a company, that's the thing that's most exciting for me.
It's always really fun to see a project that you're working on grow, and your project is your business.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I often think about my business as a project as well.
Yeah.
And when we get to add team members on, I think those are the moments that stick with me for personally as well as a business owner.
Yeah, I agree. And it's, as the business owner, it's some days it's really difficult to not get sort of sucked into the weeds and get focused on the little issue that you're having. But when you take a step back and you sort of try to take a longer view of your business and what you're trying to achieve, that's for me when I get a sense of pride, right? Because I get to see where we've grown and how we started and where we've gotten to. And by far it's the people that we have and that I get to work with every day.
That people make the job?
People make the job.
What are you most excited for 2026?
2026, I'm excited for a lot. We have some great projects on the books. I've told you about a few of them, and it's always exciting to be doing new jobs. I still love the whole project process of seeing a job at the beginning and watching it proceed and then getting to see the final product. I still get excited about that. I mean, flooring can be exciting and construction in general. So I like that stuff. So just seeing the type of work that we have on the books and the stuff that we're going to be getting to do, knowing the customers that we're going to get to work with, and continuing to grow, continuing to try different things like this, to improve our place in the market and stuff like that. So those are some of the things I'm excited about.
Always fun to see it growing.
Love to see it grow. Yeah.
Let's pivot now a little bit and move on to our third segment of our session today. I want to talk about the history of Universal Flooring, because you guys have been around for a minute.
Yeah, a long time.
Let's talk about it. How did it start?
So it's a family business, second generation. I'm that second generation. And it was started by my mom and dad in 1997. And my dad had worked in flooring previous to that, and then the business that he had been a part of sort of shut its doors, and so he decided to break out on his own. My mom and dad were partners in that, and it started off small. It was the two of them plus a third guy, Art, who sort of ran the crews and checked on the job sites, and that was it, just the three of them. And it went that way for a while, and then they slowly added people, and then I joined the business in 2008 when I finished school. And for a long time, it was a very small family business. And then over time, we've grown and we've added people and we've taken on different scopes of work and different types of contracts and different types of customers and expanded geographically into places like BC and outside of Calgary. And very small, very humble family beginnings for sure.
What's your head count now?
We have 17 in our office, and then our installers are subcontract, so it varies depending on our workload.
So a lot of growth.
Yeah,
in the last
28
years.
Good math, 28 years.
28 years. The only reason I know that is because I'm 27. So this business has been around for 1 year longer than me.
Yeah. So it's been around. We've been around for a while.